Alright guys, today's restring video, it's a bass and it is an Ibanez from the 1990s, and this is the ATK series. Let's put some strings on it. Ibanez, made in Japan. It needs a little fixing up here. Fret ends feel nice on it. I think it might be needing a little intonation. String through the body. Let's plug it in. Let's see if she makes any noise. Oh, it's got the old barrel jack. Don't like those. Okay, well that seems good. Well, look at this pickup. This is what they call a triple coil. So it actually has 3 coils in here. That is super weird. It's big. But I'm telling you, these barrel jacks, in my opinion, they're not a very good idea, because every time you plug your guitar in, it wears it out a little tiny bit, and they get worn out. So I think our electronics are good. You know what I will do though is I'm going to take the back cover off, and I'll spray it out with a little electronic spray cleaner, just to make sure, because sometimes when bass guitars, any guitar, when they sit around for a while, they start to get static. And so, since I got them on the bench, and I've got, you know, what's this going to take me, 3 minutes to do this? So it's always a good idea. Try to spray it out. I got my little suction cup right here to lift those off of there. So it looks like it's got shielding in there, which is nice. Let me put my safety goggles on a little bit, and I'm just going to spray a little tiny bit of this in there. This is the tone control right there. And this is the, actually that's the main volume. But the tone is a bigger one, so I don't know if it matters. Since it's here, we might as well give it a little spray. So, you know, I'm a little curious, this paint that they got in there, I'm actually going to take my ohm meter, and just for giggles, so let's just see if it's conductive in here. It is. So they're using shielding paint, and everywhere I put it, it's a little tiny bit different. But I think it's serving some sort of a purpose to keep, help to keep the noise down, right? Or any type of hum that you might have. So this can go back on. This bass guitar is a consignment piece. And so my job is to shine it up, clean it up, put some strings on it. And then it will be for sale. Every used guitar, you know, I gotta keep saying I love my job. Somebody just came in the front door. Gotta keep telling you guys how much I love my job, because I get to play with all these guitars every day before I sell them. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Okay, so the pick guard, the screws are kind of rusty. They're very rusty. And so being in Japan, there's a lot of humidity in Japan. Out here, I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and I think what I'm going to do, and we don't have nearly the moisture. I mean, I'm in a very dry climate. I think I'm going to change those out just to make them look nice and chromy. So anything I can do. And I don't think this is going to hurt the value of this at all. Sometimes, you know, if this was a 1950s Strat, you want to keep everything original. But I'm thinking on a 1990s Ibanez bass that retails, well, on the used market, as of 2022, we're in summer of 2022, I'm thinking retail used, these things bring about 500 bucks. And so you can leave it in the comment if I'm totally wrong about that. But I think on a $500 guitar, it's okay to change out rusty screws. All right, look at that. You can see it faded a little bit. We've got some fade in the color. It had a nice, almost a butter kind of. Let me get the camera work where you can see that better. Let me just move it down like that. Yeah, you can see where it faded a lot. It's more of a tan color. Oh, there was even a sticker right there where I see some skull and crossbones. Hard to see, but there's a little bit right here where there was a sticker that looked like skull and crossbones. I can see the crossbones. So it's faded a little bit. Let me just clean under the pick guard a little bit, just with furniture polish. Okay. And because I have a whole little box of these, a whole little tray full of brand new chrome screws, and so you can see they are very, very, very close to being identical to what came out of there. And my goal at a used guitar shop is trying to make everything to look, you know, as new and shiny as possible. So every little tiny thing that I can do to clean these babies up, I go ahead and do it. So let me just run some new chrome screws in here. I bought these in the basement of the NAMM show, the North American Music Merchant Show. I bought those down in the basement in, what year was that? It was January of 2020. Or was it 2021? But anyhow, I bought these in the basement, and I paid 20 bucks for this whole thing, and it served me well over the last 2 years. I just returned from the NAMM show. I spent a day out there in Anaheim, California last weekend, and made some content. If you guys want to go back and watch my videos from last week, where I was at the NAMM show, it was still a good NAMM show. And what it did, you know, we didn't have some of the big players there, Gibson and Fender and PRS. But because of that, some of the smaller guitar companies kind of were in the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Viper guitars and Reverend guitars and some of these other brands. You know, they got all the attention. Taylor was still there. Taylor was upstairs. And Taylor did really good. And the LTD ESP booth was upstairs. And so as far as all the shreddy stuff, you know, all the shredder guitars, I'm pretty sure that you know, there was Vola Guitars was there, but the ESP booth definitely had the best of the shreddy stuff, followed closely by Viper and Vola and some of those other brands. But it did give, you know, accidentally force some attention on some of those other smaller brands, which was good for them. There we go. Some of those smaller brands, they make quality gear. And hopefully, it puts some of those smaller manufacturers on the map. Reverend makes great guitars. They were there. And Cream Guitars was kind of a unique booth. Had a lot of pink, crazy, modern-looking designs, or almost throwback from like the space age type of stuff. But it was a good NAMM show, and I had a good time. I enjoyed being there. Very unique bridge setup. Cool pickup in there. Never seen one like that. You know, I was talking about all the cool guitars at NAMM. And here I am working on an Ibanez guitar, but you know, the Ibanez booth at this NAMM show was killing it. They had the new Steve Vai stuff. They had a new Nita Strauss. Ibanez is at the top of their game and really doing a great job. And you don't really, I don't think you'll have any regret buying anything from Ibanez. Try to clean a little bit off of this fretboard right in here. Now that I have the strings on here, I'm noticing a little bit of dirt on this maple neck. Cleans up real easy. So this is an easy one. I am going to tune it up, and then I'm going to check my intonation here. Okay, so I got it tuned up and it is up to pitch. And so what I'm going to do is check the intonation here. So the low E string, you let it ring out. You make sure that it's all the way up to E right here. I don't know if you guys can see the tuner right there, but it's looking very, very close right here. You hold down at the 12th fret and it says an E. Oh, it's going a little bit flat. So if your string is flat, move the saddle forward. If your string is sharp, move it back. But sometimes these snarks, if you hit the harmonic at the 12th fret, the snark picks it up easier than just letting a low note ring out. That's one thing that I have learned being a bass player is to, when you're tuning the bass, just go ahead and hit the harmonic right there. Hey, Polly Shore, what's up, buddy? Alright, she's all strung up and sounding good. like a little out of phase switch to me. Very strange triple coil pickup in this monstrous Ibanez bass. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Go buy a guitar.